What is good, YouTube? This is OWS the King for OWS the King Gaming, your hub for casual gaming. Back from a little break. Got a couple of things that I want to get off my chest, but I'll wait that for another video. That's going to be another video. We ain't here for all that. For me going in on some motherfuckers. But what we are here for is the PlayStation State of Play and the Summer Games Fest. Back to back. This was a good week, yo. This was a definite good week for the old video games. Just wanted to talk about it for a little bit. Both shows were cooking. Both shows. And it was a lot of announcements, few surprises, and just a lot of games. Just a few games that got me excited as a gamer. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know this is my no new games in 2026. This been going on since January, and I'm sticking to the backlog, sticking to the discipline, but that doesn't mean that I can't get hype. It just means that I'm building a future playlist of games for 2027 and further beyond. So today I'm just going to break down the top games that caught my eye from the both shows, ones that I'm generally excited about, and the ones that I'm already mentally preparing to buy the moment my no buy year ends, or maybe before that. We don't know. We'll see. Let's get to it. And I'm not doing these in any order. I'm just going off the cuff and just talking about them. So number one is Marvel's Wolverine. And Insomniac is cooking again. This is the big one. Like, they dropped that 7 to 8 minute gameplay trailer. I was invested. I'm a huge fan of the Insomniac Spider-Man games, especially the Miles Morales one, which that one's like one of my favorite Insomniac titles ever. Like, yeah, I was already halfway sold, but then they hit you with the gameplay and that just sealed it for me. Stealth elements, similar to the Spider-Man, but basically more heavier, brutal as fuck. The environment, takedowns, like slamming enemies into forklifts, cracking their head on rocks, metal, like all that shit was wild. Jean Grey showed up. That, to me, that's gonna open, and they didn't really show it on the actual gameplay itself, but that opens for the door for like Cyclops to be there, Jubilee, maybe even Beast. You're gonna get Xavier in there somehow. So yeah, that's pretty cool. My only negative that I see so far right now is the voice. Is his voice. Me just being a kid that grew up in the 90s, it's not Cal Dodd. It is not Cal Dodd at all. You know, he's the 90s iconic Wolverine, and the new voice, it just seems like a little calmer, you know, more calmer than I expected. It's definitely not a deal breaker. Definitely, I'm not like the rest of you nerds that one little thing pisses me off and I'm not going to play the game, or just find a reason to not play the game because of something so stupid as a voice. But it's just going to be something I get used to, basically. And that's the only negative I could see. Like, the game looks great, action, which is definitely my type of thing. So it releases September of 2026. Day one for me. I might have to break my rule, man. I might have to break my rule. I might have to break my rule for any of these, but that one that's coming up really, really soon. And I'm just excited, man. So yeah, that's Wolverine. Number two, Control Resonance. I played Control in 2025, and that was one of my favorite games of last year. So when they showed Control Resonance, I was already in. This time, instead of Jesse, the story like centers around Dylan, which is her brother. And he was in the first game as well. One of the differences that it seems like it's less of a third-person shooter and more of a hack and slash like action brawler, which it really gives me the Devil May Cry vibe with this game, mixed with just that crazy Remedy like signature type of style to it. You know, you're gonna get some good visuals that's always trippy as hell, which is exactly what you want out of a Control game. Jessie might be in this game. She might have been in that trailer. He was next to another chick that looked kind of similar to her, but I couldn't tell from the hair. So she really looked slightly different. So I'm not actually sure. I imagine she's going to pop up in the game as well. But so Control games, these games, mostly all Remedy games are always open to like the interpretation. So I'm expecting like more of that mind-bending narrative, that weird shit, more of those confusing ass moments where you're thinking about it way after you turn the game off, you know? There's still things about Control like I still don't understand. I'm actually thinking about going back to playing Control again. So just kind of give you a refresher once this drops. So this is easily one of my top picks from both shows, no doubt. I've seen trailers from this game months before, but now that it's starting to rev up and gonna drop here pretty soon, I can't wait. It's definitely one on my list. Okay, and all right, this one hit me, and it sucked because I didn't see it live. I was editing and I clicked I clicked on to YouTube, and it was like the first thing I saw. It was the first thing I saw, and I like audibly just gasp. And it's been a while since I've had something like that hit me emotionally to the point where I was like surprised, even though I knew that this was coming up pretty soon. But just to see it, it was very exciting. I've been wanting a Code Veronica remake for years. It's my favorite Resident Evil of all time. Even above RE4 remake and Nemesis, I love this game. They didn't show you much, but they showed Claire. She looks good. The environments, it's standard Resident Evil. They do atmosphere and dark like nobody else. The tone, that feels right. And the fact that it's just happening now and stuff is just like finally, you know. My only concern, and it was so bittersweet, is they showed a lot of first-person gameplay. I'm just not a fan of the first-person Resident Evil. Village, Requiem, just don't do it for me, you know, those games. Resident Evil just feels right in third person. But Requiem gave players the option to switch between first and third. So if they do that here, then I'm good. Capcom knows how to do these remakes, so I am definitely not worried. But I just hope it's not in first person. And if it is, they give you the option to switch between the two. So looks like that is coming out in 2027. So yeah, that's definitely going to be in my radar for next year. Oh, and you best believe that that's day one buy. I'm not even joking. That breaks my no buy rule forever. Code Veronica, man, because that's my shit. When I got my Sega Dreamcast, that was like one of the first games that I purchased. I had my Power Stone 2. I already told this story before. I had Power Stone 2. I had Shenmue. And I had freaking Resident Evil Code Veronica. And I used to play the shit out of those games. Such a fun game. Such a great story. I don't know what other people were talking about, saying that was one of the worst Resident Evils ever. They can go straight to hell. Plus, they're going to do their thing on this remake. I guarantee it. So yeah, we got two more and we'll blast through these too. Then we saw the Last Ronin being talked about again. They didn't show any gameplay, unfortunately, but they showed new developers. And that alone got me hyped because it's PlatinumGames, the Bayonetta, the Metal Gear Rising game. Even they made an underrated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game back in the PS3 360 era. So they are attached to this now. This is huge. Like, to me, Platinum knows action better than anybody. They got that shit nailed down. Last Ronin comic is one of the best Ninja Turtle stories ever. Very dark, emotional, very Old Man Logan-like. So if they deliver a 15 to 20 hour action game with Platinum being behind this and like the comic storytelling, it's going to be a win, man. It's going to be a win. And then last one I wanted to talk about was the Virtua Fighter Crossroads. Sega, they might be doing something different with this one. I don't know. This one confused the shit out of me, but like in a good way. It's called Virtua Fighter Crossroads, but it didn't look like the actual fighting game. Like, it didn't feel traditional fighting game. It looks more like a story-driven beat 'em up, or like an action game with Virtua Fighter characters in it. Maybe this could be like a prelude to the actual Virtua Fighter reboot that's coming out. But they showed Pi, they showed Sarah Bryant. It was pretty much all just cinematics, but no Jackie. We didn't see Jackie Bryant on there, so maybe that's on purpose. I have no idea. It feels like Sega is gonna experiment, and to me, I'm here for it. Sega's been on a roll lately, so it's stuff like this that made me wish that they would bring back or try their hand again at a Sega console, just to flex on these motherfuckers, man. Get your old IPs, get some new IPs, and just make a console, make that shit powerful, and just do it. Do it again. You'll get my money. But yeah, the release window for this one is going to be in 2027, if I'm not mistaken. So they might have more information about Virtua Fighter Crossroads. Probably after this video, I am going to look more into it. So very, very interesting. Very interesting, man. And then quick mention, the God of War Faye. They showed what was like 10 minutes or so trailer. Didn't show too much, but anything God of War gets my attention. The Faye Focus story, that looks promising. I'm ready for whatever Santa Monica does. If they want to keep on pushing out God of War games, as long as they play good, as long as they got a good story to them, as long as they look as awesome as this, hey, I'm all for it, man. So yeah, very exciting. So yeah, those were top games that I was excited about coming out of both PlayStation State of Play and the Summer Games Fest. This year might be my no new games year, but 2027, I'm like, yeah, backlog is about to get back in the back seat. You know what I mean? No, I'm just playing around. There's time for everything. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, this is OWS the King for OWS the King Gaming, your hub for casual gaming. Like, comment, sub, all that good stuff. Catch you on the next one. Peace.